Hola, mi gente. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to join us. You're here listening to Chisme y Chords, where faith, music, and real conversations connect. I am your host, Mercedes Renee.
And I am your other host, Almisa Valdez. And today we're sitting down with a Tejano legend whose music has been the soundtrack to countless memories, from captivating audiences across Texas and beyond to earning the title of La Consentida. She's become a beloved voice in Tejano music. Join me as we welcome the talented, inspiring, unforgettable Veronica La Consentida.
Hi,
Wow,
Yeah.
what an amazing introduction.
Well, thank you. After an amazing show that we saw last week, what's not
we
to
had to
say
give
about
you
that?
we had to give you an amazing intro, girl. We are not your normal podcast.
Thank you. Thank you. Are we live right now? I'm like looking at this.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
we are, love.
Okay, because I wanted to share it, but I don't know
Yes, we
where
are.
to.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So
Okay.
thank you first and foremost for taking the time, your busy schedule, to join us. And thank you so much. We are so elated and so honored that you came and you are joining us. And tell us what is going on in the world of Miss Veronica at the moment.
Too much. Well, I am working on my second album in Tejano because I don't know if you know, but the last album that I did was my first Tejano album, but it's my seventh album.
Oh,
Because
wow.
I started in the regional Mexican world and went from there to a little bit of gospel world, and then I came back to bolero, and then until I finally hit what I wanted to be in was Tejano music, and in Vegas we don't have Tejano music, so I traveled to San Antonio to see if that was going to be something that I was able to accomplish in San Antonio, and I did. So I'm working on my second album now, and also I am producing the first Tejano local community events in Las Vegas because we don't have Tejano here locally. So I'm bringing Tejano to Vegas.
That
Nice.
is amazing. Well, congratulations to you for that. That is
Yeah.
awesome. I was speaking to Miss Mel about that as well when we were talking that you have your hands in so many different things, and that is so amazing, not only as an artist, but just that you're in the Tejano scene. You don't see artists like going out of their comfort zone and bringing other artists in to bring that music in for other artists because they're so consumed with what they're doing. So the fact that you are doing that for other artists to bring Tejano music into Vegas, like that is amazing. So congratulations to you.
Thank you. Yes, I believe I was like, I don't know, called to do something like this because I wasn't able to do Tejano in the years that I was kind of coming up in the industry because no one wanted it to be in Vegas. I mean, I got talked out of it a lot. And even producers and recording people, they were like, no, 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 that we're not going to do that genre here. And so I fell into the banda, the mariachi, the norteño, sierreño world. And I wasn't fulfilled in my heart. Like I liked the sound of the accordion, and so I did a few little songs that had a lot of accordion in them. And 15 years ago, I traveled to San Antonio to see what people thought about my little. And they all said the same thing. It's nice, but it's not really the authentic Tejano. So I
Mhm.
came back trying to get the people here to say, we should have this music, and they were in disagreement. So it took a long time. I mean, I've been doing this for a while now, and you never know when God's going to say, okay, it's time, because I really didn't, I thought it was over. I really thought, okay, I'm getting up in age. I think it's time to kind of slow down. But 3 years ago, I told my husband, let's go to San Antonio. You've never been there. Let's go. And then I just decided I was going to ask, is there anyone here that will record me? And sure enough, they gave me a name. I recorded my first song within a couple of weeks. And I flew back out there because I had returned. And they're like, people are playing it. You're doing good. I'm like, finally. I get to, like, the first time I heard the song and I actually recorded it, One day I'm going to post that. When I heard them play back the music and I was trying to figure out where the lyrics were going to be, I got emotional. I'm like, this is where I belong. This is the music that I was supposed to be doing. I don't know why it took so long to get here, you know? But I thank God every day that I'm able to experience this now. Even at this age, it's okay, you know?
That's
And
exactly.
I'm very honored to be singing this music. You have no idea. If anyone is going to take care of it and promote it and be a good image for it, I will do that. I will do that forever, I promise, because I waited so long to be part of this genre, you know? And now I take it very serious, very, very serious.
Well,
That's
congratulations.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, that's amazing. That is so amazing. That story is great that you kept fighting and fighting and fighting, and you are where you want to be, and that you're still going, and now you're bringing Tejano music and into a totally different place, and to give other artists the opportunity and to be in somewhere totally different, and that is just so amazing and so inspiring.
Thank
Yep.
So
you.
She never gave up. Exactly. Can
Yeah.
you take us back to how the your love for music first developed? Who inspired you?
Well, I've said this story, but I mean, there's new listeners this time. But I started as a very young little girl, and it wasn't very. It wasn't like an inspiring story in a sense because my mother and father, they we were raised with mariachi, and they had a lot of conflict in their marriage. So when I was about 5, my mom would always play the mariachi music and my dad wouldn't be home and she'd be all emotional singing Lola Beltran, singing Resenda Bernal. I mean, all these Chayito, like all these songs that are so emotional, like those, like, those kind
Yeah.
of songs where, you know what I'm
I know
saying?
what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yes, I
the
do.
ones that play when you're upset and you're mad at your husband. And so here I am, like 5 years old, listening to her. And I started remembering the lyrics because she played them so much and she's like crying and everything. So one day I just started singing them, with her. And because she was crying and emotional, I would get emotional and cry at 5 years old, mimicking my mother.
Hmm.
Not because I knew what the words meant or even why she was doing that, but I thought that's the way you sing the songs. You just cry,
With
you know? It's a
Karina.
funny story, but it's the truth. So then my one of my uncles that was a singer in Mexico came to visit us and he sang mariachi. He literally was the person that would carry Vicente Fernandez's luggage. He was like a helper to Vicente Fernandez. He was a singer as well, and he sang very well. And he started kind of, coaching me and saying, do this, do that, move like this. But he knew, like, when I sang, I would get emotional, and he thought that was great because I was singing a mariachi. I was singing like Amarga Navidad, you know? And it was like all these words that were like passionate. So then him and my father became partners in a restaurant there in San Fernando, California, down in San Fernando Valley of California. And they opened a restaurant called El Montes. And they go, vamos a poner la niña a cantar. So they brought in a mariachi and I sang and I started to cry. And there was a standing ovation because I was little. I was probably about 7 or 8 at that time, and I would start singing these songs and crying, and tears would be coming down my eyes. And everybody was like, oh my gosh, when is she going to sing again? And from there on, every midnight on a certain night, I think it was Friday night or Saturday night, they would make these flyers. And I still have the flyers with my picture on it, with a little microphone where I would be singing. I was like the highlight of the evening. And that's where it all began.
Nice. What a blessing to take that conflict into the pot into the steps of where you're at now.
Yeah.
It's
You never know why you go through things as a child. You know what I mean? You just don't. Everything has a rhyme or reason. So as we go through life, I feel like we kind of complain, but we don't know what we're going to be learning, how we're going to use it. It's all
Mhm.
part of the plan. So I'm pretty happy, not happy that happened to me, but kind of like that was where it all began. And I probably wouldn't have known that I liked to sing unless that happened.
Shoot, right. I
Wow.
understand.
That I can only imagine seeing you at that young of an age singing that music, just like all your
Such a bit right.
like crying at that young of an age to that such of a caliber of music at such a young age, being like dramatic like that, just crying. It would have been so amazing to see. Not the circumstance, but
No.
Right.
the music and the emotion coming out of it. I would
Yeah.
have. It would have. If I could have been a fly on the wall, just seeing you sing, it would have been so. Oh
Yeah,
my.
it was interesting, you know. I mean, everywhere I went, they would want me to sing. They would want me to sing, and I didn't know how to sing any other way because I just copied what my mom would do.
Right, right. Oh my gosh, I love it. So Miss Doty is in here, and she says, "Hello, beautifuls." She says, "Saludos, Veronica from Doty y Nivel," and then Roy Ariaga is in here
Oh,
saying
hi, Roy.
he's saying hello to everybody. So
Hello,
hello,
hello. Thank y'all for joining in.
yes, yes. So let me ask you a question: how do you stay spiritually grounded in the music industry?
I don't know how to be any other way. I mean, my life has always been, even as a child, without even knowing, it was always spiritually driven. Um, it's part of my being. I mean, I don't see life like a lot of people. I see it through spiritual eyes, and that can be a good thing to some people, and that could be a bad thing to some people because I think I come off as a little too much when I talk. I go into preacher mode, you know what I mean? And they're like, "Okay, we know that's the right thing," or so. But honestly, I don't think I have to try to be spiritually grounded. It's just part of me. I'm
Naturally.
always thinking that way. That's how my brain works. Yeah.
I love that. So you're always walking the line of
I'm
Christ. You're
always,
always walking the life
I
of
try. I
Christ.
mean, no
Yeah,
one is perfect, of
at all.
course, but I mean, I feel like you have one life, and if you don't have God as your guide, you're going to be going all over the place. You got to follow that path and fulfill what your purpose is in life.
Mhm.
Everybody's born with a purpose.
Right.
Everybody's born with a gift to use for that purpose. And I have found mine. A lot of people don't find theirs. And I told my husband this. He goes, I said, "Do you know what your purpose is?" He said, "No." He said, "Do you know what your purpose is?" I said, "My purpose is for you to help you find your purpose."
Well, yeah, for sure. Like a lot of people don't know what their God-given gift is. A lot of
Right.
people don't know what their purpose is. A lot of people, especially if they're not like saved, or if they're not close to God, or if they're not walking the life of Christ, or if they're not. And Almisa, me and Almisa talk about God all the time. Hence us having a God given podcast and stuff. So I mean, I always talk about people knowing what their god-given gift is and what their purpose is, and I'm always talking about stuff like that. So I love that you walk a god-given, a god
It's
path
the Lord
life, and
building her, right?
know what your god-given gift is, and that you know what your calling is, and you're helping people know what their purpose is, and I love that for you. So kudos to you for that.
Thank you. Thank you. And I'm
Yeah.
glad that you guys are centered around spirituality because so many people need it.
Yes,
Um,
I
I don't think
agree.
it's talked about enough. I think that the world needs more people like that get out of their comfort zone and speak about things that make people a little bit uncomfortable so that way they can think about things maybe they didn't think about. And I think I do that a lot. It could get not it's not something a lot of people like about me, but I don't know how to be any other way. And I tell people that all the time, like, oh, you shouldn't, bring that to the attention. But who is? Who's gonna do that?
Yeah.
Right.
There's certain people that are chosen to do that. And it's good for the world. It's good for the earth to have people like that in life
Truth.
because
Yes.
you can't just let people be reckless when you love them. You know what I mean?
Yes.
For
You're like, let me just tell you, you're gonna crash.
sure. Yeah, definitely.
That's right.
Yeah,
So
absolutely right. Like I always tell people, either you love me for who I am or you don't, because I'm like a big time Bible thumper. I call myself a Bible thumper because I'm always in the Bible. So
yeah,
I always tell people, either you love me for who I am or you don't. Like
right.
I only come one way, and that's it.
That's what I
Or
Most of
say.
she's
the
like,
time,
that's
I'm
enough.
always
That's
at
enough
church.
for Tejano music. That's enough for country. Can we listen to our Christian music now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
exactly.
told
You
her.
gotta
That's
have that.
exactly what I tell her. I'm like, can we listen to Christian music, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. No, I know exactly. And I have so many stories. I remember when I first got started in the music business. It was tough. It was a really tough thing for me to accept how many things I didn't align with, you
Yeah.
know? And I remember going to this thing called, it wasn't Tengo Talento, Mucho Talento, but it was something else. Way back then, my mom was like, go audition and be part of that. Well, I went there with a gospel song because I just felt like I needed to do a gospel song on that show, and that wasn't that kind of show. But they didn't know what I was going to sing. I just gave them my track. I went up there and I started singing it, and I have it on video. It's such an old video. I don't even know where it is, but they were so upset with me that I did a gospel song on on TV, and they were like, the judges, there's judges, and they were like, you do not bring God to a TV station. That stays in church. And I said, no, 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 no. I want to bring it to everyone. I want to be the light wherever I am. I can't just stay in church. There's a
Yeah.
lot of lights there. You're just making the light brighter in church. You know what I mean? You got
Yeah.
to bring your light to the darkness where there's no light and light it up
Exactly.
there. So that's my mentality a lot of times. And I'll just put it out there. I have been told by Christians, like, you need to stick with, you can't sing secular music. You need to stick with, gospel music. And that's a normal thing in church. They really believe that
Yeah.
if you don't sing gospel music, that you're like against the word of God. I understand that, but I also understand that the people in the dark aren't listening to gospel music. Being able to do one secular song to grab the attention of the audience and then bring out some Christian music or to be able to talk about God, you wouldn't have those opportunities if you were only doing gospel.
Yeah.
So I want to go to the corners of the earth where it's dark. You know what I mean?
For
And
sure.
I know, yeah, as long as I keep my my
As long
song,
as as long as you know how to represent yourself as well.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So there's been a lot of talk about that with me in the past, but I feel like in your spirit, what you're doing is the light or it's not the light. You know.
Okay.
Everybody knows, right? They
Yes.
have their own path.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
Okay.
didn't mean to go into preacher mode right now. I
No,
was like,
you're good, girl. That's what we're here
That's
for.
why
Like, we're
we're
not a
here.
Christian
Yeah.
podcast for nothing. Like,
okay.
this is the stuff we like to talk about. Like,
Yeah,
we
Some
love stuff.
people, I think, are scared to tell the truth. I mean, we're adults. You should know what you right or wrong. Yeah. I mean, it's a choice at this point. So
Absolutely, absolutely, and it's what you do with that choice is what.
right.
Yeah.
yeah. So don't be crying when the repercussions come in when you're not following God's way.
When you got to answer to God Himself.
That's
Okay.
exactly
Yeah,
right.
So when He comes down hard, and you're like, "Why is this happening?" Well, you remember that decision you made?
exactly. A lot of people
Nah.
don't understand that. They don't.
Mhm.
They really feel like being reckless is not a big deal,
Right.
and
Right.
I don't, I mean, I don't judge people. I know that everybody has their own path and they got their own cross to carry.
True.
But when things happen, you're like, like,
Mm-hmm.
it had been seen, you know, that was, I already kind of know what's going to happen, you know?
Of course, because it happens over and over.
Right.
It's repetitive. It's like a
Yeah.
repetitive mistakes, and you're just like, we've seen this already. Like, and I know you've seen it. So why are you doing it?
Yeah.
Right.
Because you know you've seen it. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
Like,
Right.
it's just, yeah, it's just like time repeating itself over and over and over, and it's just like
Mhm.
you just take a deep breath, and you're like, I know, Jesus, I know.
I know. Like, she doesn't see it, but
Yeah,
we'll teach her. I got it.
it's just,
Yeah.
it's just, it's nuts. It's nuts.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Okay, so we are going to play one of your songs, and
Okay.
the one we're going to play is Ritmo del Amor with, so tell us about that one and how it came about, and then we're going to play it.
Okay. Well, I had just been doing my Tejano. I was very excited and I thought I need to do a collaboration with someone known in the industry. Now, remember, I wasn't raised with Tejano, so I don't know who's really famous and who's not. I kind of, now I'm getting it. I'm like, okay, that person has Grammys, that person, I've seen the history of the different artists. So it's a funny story. I went to an event where Chente was at. It was a year before. And I wanted to get to the back because someone told me he was very famous and I wanted to meet him. And so I asked, can I get back there? I finally got someone to get me back there. I just put it out there because I'm a visionary. I met him and I said, hi, I'm Veronica La Consentida, and you don't know, but we're going to do a duet one day. That's what I told him. And he kind of was like chuckling, like he thought it was a joke, but I wasn't joking. I was serious.
Put it out there.
I was like, no, really, I think this would be great because I hear you're really famous and I think I need to like collaborate with someone like you. But anyways, he was really busy. It was a show that he was doing, and that was that. I never saw him again. And at the studio when I was recording, they told me, oh, he's gonna do the drums for a song. They mentioned his name, and I said, oh, can you ask him and tell him that I want to do a duet with him? And they're like, Veronica, no, we're not going to do that. I said, please, can you just ask him? Now, mind you, this is probably like 8 months later after I met him. And I said, can you guys just ask him? No, we're not going to, they kept saying, no, we're not going to ask him.
You're like, fine, I'll ask him.
I'll do it myself.
And then I got on the phone with them and they're like, oh, yeah, he's here. I'm like, okay, he's there. Can you ask him?
Hey,
Not
never
gonna
give
say
up.
yes. He's not going to say yes. Finally, they asked and they called me back and they're like, he said yes.
You're like, see,
See?
why didn't you just
All you had
ask?
to do was ask. Exactly.
So
You already knew.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is that he didn't know it was me. He just said, oh, is it the girl from Vegas? So when I saw him and I go, do you remember a year ago when I told you? And he's like, I kind of do remember that. I do. That was you. I said, yeah, that was me. He
Wow.
was, oh my gosh. So it was pretty cool, because so now I tell everybody, Marcos Orozco doesn't know, but we're going to do a duet.
That's
That's your recording.
favorite. That's her favorite.
That's my favorite. So I'm like, he doesn't know it yet. We're the same height, probably. So it'd be perfect.
I love it. I love it. Love it. Love
I'm
it.
like, but, whoever knows him, go ahead and give him a little text.
Shut up.
She's going to do a duet with you.
Girl, I'll text him right now. I have his number.
Uh-huh. Like, go
I
get
have
it.
his phone number. I have his phone number. I will text him right now.
And be like, listen, yeah.
Just say, you don't know it yet, but you're doing a duet with Veronica.
Veronica, I will tell him. I will text him and I will
And
tell
he
him.
has his own production too, right? His own record.
Mhm.
Awesome. So you
Nice.
see, this is perfect.
Something
And just
easy.
fly in, do it, and then come out back, and then we can sing it in Las Vegas one day.
Right. She's like, easy peasy. She's like, see, I'm putting it out in the atmosphere right now.
Yeah, just
Have
put it out
It
there.
worked the first time. It'll work again.
It'll work again.
Put it out there.
We have 3 God-fearing women on here. It's
That's
gonna
right.
happen. It's
It's
gonna
gonna
happen.
happen.
You know what they say, like when you come up with something that actually works, you just do it again and
Yes.
do it again and do it again. So I'm just gonna keep doing it all the way till me and Jay Perez do a duet.
Okay.
Oh, I can get a hold of Jay Pettis for you.
Jay Perez and Marcos. Marcos first, then Jay.
Yeah, Marcos first, and then
Okay, there we go. We're gonna make
There
it
you go.
happen. So with that said, we're gonna be playing the song right now. What is Chente?
Okay.
Here we go. I love this so much. Wait, wait, everybody, wait.
Uh-oh.
Is that the song? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure. Sorry.
Con tu dulce ternura despertaste otro mundo en mí, desnudaste mi alma y mi ser con tu sabor.
El amor que tú sientes, tú lo has provocado en mí. Me pierdo en tus labios, suspiro entre suspiros. El ritmo de amor que me das sin parar, empañando ventanas con pasión.
La estrella del universo, consagrando nuestro amor.
El ritmo de amor que me das sin parar, jamás a nadie volveré a amar. Nuestro amor está destinado a un amor de eterna pasión. El ritmo de amor que me das sin parar, empañando ventanas con pasión.
La estrella del universo, consagrando nuestro amor.
El ritmo de amor que me das sin parar, jamás a nadie volveré a amar. Nuestro amor está destinado a un amor de eterna pasión.
So good. So good.
I
I
like
love
Mr.
that.
Chente.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mira
did a great, you
nomás.
did a great voice.
Yes. Y'all did so good together. You look so happy. You look so
Yes.
good there.
Thank
Such a good
you.
outfit. Such a good outfit. I loved it so much.
Thank you.
Of
Thank you so
course.
much.
Of course. Roy Ariaga says he loves this song so much.
Aw, Roy has been really, really
They
helpful in
sound
my
very
career.
catchy too. I
Huh?
like it. It's very catchy too.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm
he
always
said
the
it's
one that
very
wants to be on the dance floor
Yeah.
dance.
It's like a
yeah.
good cumbia. Mhm,
Yes.
for sure. So if you could describe your sound in 3 words, what would those 3 words be, and why do those 3 words matter to you?
My sound,
Uh-huh.
like my style, kind of, or
Yeah, like, do you think that your sound is catchy? Do you think your sound means love? Do you think your sound is, what do you think your sound is?
um, I think it's passionate.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's passionate. I think my sound is very clear. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of times I hear artists and I can't really make out what they're saying, but I'm very focused on making sure you hear the lyrics and you know what I'm saying. I have been told that when I sing, it's a very crisp vocal.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so passionate, clear, and I try to be very expressive on what the lyric is saying as well. So I think those would be the 3 words: passionate, clear, and expressive. Because I feel like if you're gonna sing a song or you're gonna write a song, I don't know. To me, it's almost like poetry. You should be able to feel, especially if it's a love song or if it's a song about your mom or your dad or a gospel song. Definitely, you
Yes.
need to be able to feel what you're saying. It's not just about singing. To me, it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more connection. Even if the people are far away, I want them to know that they can connect with me on the stage. You saw me perform. I always try to get on the edge of the stage almost because I want to get close to the people. So
Mhm.
if you see me get on the edge of the stage, people are like, why are you where the monitors are? But it's because I want to be close to the people. If they're not coming to me, I feel like I want to get close to them.
I love that. It's funny at worship when we're worshiping at church, they want you to be like as close to the congregation as possible. So they want you to be like as front of stage as you can be. So I love that you're as far to the front as you can be because
Yeah.
you're like with the peer, you're like with your fans, and so
Yeah.
that's amazing. I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So Tejano music and music in general is always evolving. Where do you see Tejano music heading, and how do you see yourself in it?
Well, definitely, I feel like it needs to head out. I know it's been in Texas, that's the majority of where the music is. And I think that it's time now that it branches out. And it's not just because, you know, we want the music, but I feel like there's a lot of cities that need the music. And I'll tell you why. I'm a perfect example. Um, when I came up in the music, I was doing banda. They compared me a lot to Jenny Rivera. They compared me a lot to other artists, and and I was going that direction because they were like, that's what sells, that's what the people want, that's what they drink to, that's how you make the most money. But in my heart, that wasn't who I was. That
Mhm.
genre didn't fill me. It wasn't me. I feel like Tejano will move people like me, and they don't even know they have that option in the Latin music world. They feel like they have to hear banda because that's all there is here in Vegas. But there's more. There's beautiful, I call it elegant Latin music. It's very elegant to me, even though people in Texas are so used to it. They probably think I'm nuts, but but I'm not, because I'm coming from outside looking in. And this music, it's a healthy music. It's a family oriented music. It's not derogatory. Um it's not something that you can't play in front of your kids. You see what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Or
Yeah.
these corridos and this, and I'm not downing that. Everybody has their style of music. I like this. I like that. Okay, that's fine. But for me personally, I would like my grandchildren to see the Tejano genre and know what it is, so they know that they don't only have to hear corridos and banda because that's where all the music's going, because that's what sells, that there's
Yeah.
something else that is also just as good and even better for your family. So where is it going? Well, right now it's still in Texas. It's barely branching out, but I think it needs to go all over the United States. I mean, it has to go in every Latino household. I feel that way, and
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm going to do my part. I'm going to bring it to the city. You walk around my city and you say, "Conocen Tejano?" They're going to be like, "No, ¿qué es eso?" They're literally going to do that. I've had 2 or 3 events already, and I've brought people there, and they're like, "Qué bonito! Nunca he escuchado esto. What is this?" I'm like, "This is
Hmm.
Tejano." They're like, "Wow, I've never even seen this dancing." That's how clueless the genre, the people know this genre here. So for me to bring it and bring it and bring it and bring it, and now I can sing in my own city. You see what I'm saying? That's my
Right.
goal. So I think
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think Tejano music needs to be spread all over the United States. I do.
Yeah.
I
Like
agree.
the festivals and stuff like need to branch out,
There's
like to
got to
other
be
states.
somebody representing that music at every festival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree.
I 100% agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. What message do you hope listeners receive from your music?
The message, I hope it inspires them. I hope that people get out of it that it doesn't matter when, if you stay consistent and persistent and you dream, that it doesn't matter when, it will eventually happen if you don't, it'll happen if you don't give up. So I guess for me, I want them to hear my music and my past music so they can hear where I came from and where I am now, and just be inspired by how much I've done. I mean, 7 albums, it's been a long time. I also have a inspirational album. I have a children's album, and I plan on doing more children's songs as well. So I think I just want them to know who I am through my stuff, through all my work, you know?
Wow. So talk to us about your children's
Yes.
album. What's your children's album about?
I know I have so many things. Um, I wanted to leave something behind for my grandchildren that gave positive reinforcement, because there's a lot of things that kids are growing up not learning the basic things that I learned as a kid. Don't interrupt the adults. No kids listen to that anymore. Be good in the store. Don't start, asking for things and grabbing things, like just basic little things that would be good for them. So I did one album right now. It's called Telefon TV because that was the brand that I made it under, and I did 5 songs so far. And I have a lot of other songs waiting. So I'm going to do volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, and they're all just teaching stuff. And excitingly, I'd like to tell you that there's a school here, a private school, where the owner is Russian. She teaches the Russian language, Spanish, and English, and she
Wow.
translated my songs in the 3 languages. So they learn them in the 3 languages and they can
Wow.
sing them in the 3 languages. Yeah, she asked me.
Congratulations.
Yeah, is that cool?
That
So
is
when I go to visit her, she says the kids like love the song. I did a planting song about planting seeds because we don't teach the kids really to go outside and plant seeds. And how does a flower even grow? How does a lemon tree even grow? Like those are the little things that I wanted to leave, and I wanted it in my voice so my grandkids could hear me instructing through my songs. Like make sure you say excuse me, make sure you say thank you. You know what I mean?
nice.
Those
Yeah.
kind of little songs. So I think that that's just my little project, just because I want to leave that behind.
That's inspirational.
That's
That is
amazing.
really, especially when when your grandkids grow up and hear you, they're gonna be like, "Hey, that's my grandma," and you know better. I should know better.
Yeah, I'll be like, I'm watching you, okay? No,
That-
wherever I am, I'm watching down there. I know what you mean.
Right? And
if
go
there
plant your
was
seed.
an artist, yeah. If there was an artist that you could perform with on stage, who would that be?
There's many artists. Well, first of all, Marcos Orozco.
I knew you would say that. I knew it. I
I
knew
knew
it.
it.
I just want to hear our voices blended. You know what I mean? I think it'd be cool. I would like Marcos Orozco. I would like all the ones. Ramrera, Jay Perez. Jay Perez would be awesome. Even Stephanie Montiel. I would love to share the stage with her one day. Um, anybody that, because I know how hard they've worked. I would love. It would be an honor to be near someone on the stage that has work that hard, and be able to say, wow, they invited me on stage. So it would be any one of them.
Nice.
Nice. Those are good, good, good answers. I love that. Yeah, and I'm sure any one of them would be just as thrilled to perform with you as well.
Oh, I
Is,
would love that.
Just
is
thrilled.
there a particular song that you'd like to perform that brings the crowd to the dance floor?
I love El Amor by Marcos Orozco because the words of that
Yes,
song,
yes. It's so. Tell me.
well, the words of that song, when I first heard it, because I'm a songwriter, so I think deep on the words. Um, I just felt like it doesn't only pertain to the love of your life, it pertains to love, actual just love in general.
Mhm.
And when anything promotes love, I'm there. I love that because there's not a lot of people that put that as priority in life. They just don't. People like they say they love, but their actions don't say they love, you know? So, but
Mhm.
that's a
Say it
whole
again.
subject for another
Say it
day.
again for the people in the back.
Because like I see these different people, they're like, oh, and then I see the way they treat each other, or I see the gossiping in the back, or I see, and I'm like, but you just said you love that person. Like, it's weird. It's like back and forth. Like it's like hypocritical. It's like, no, if you love your spouse, if you love your partner, then act like you love them, and you don't
Mhm.
treat people certain ways if you love them. Like I tell everybody,
Right.
I am in preacher mode today. Like if you are with somebody, you guys should be besties. You don't want to hurt your best friend. Period. You
That's
want
it.
to show them love, and and in turn they show you love. So these are just some of the things that I always think about. So that song, to go back to that, I love the words. I really do. El amor es una magia.
Yes,
Una
yes, it is. That's I
es
want to hear that
un
song now.
sueño. You know.
Yes,
It's
yes,
just
I
so
do.
cool. The words are cool. And I think that if I were to do a song with him, I would love to do that in a duet. That'd be pretty.
Where's Marcos at right now?
Where is this? Now,
Yeah, write the notes so when you make the phone call. No.
you never
That's what
know.
she says she's doing el amor. You guys are doing a duet. No.
Right, exactly. Oh
Always
my
down
I'm
to
gosh.
the
it.
one in the video though. You can sing the song, but I'm the one making the video.
Okay.
Ah, and I'm just in the background like
Sounds
this.
like a plan.
Mm. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, yeah, I love that song. So,
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're gonna play more.
oh, Mujeres Sexy. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Yeah.
Tell me about
That's
that because we're
about it.
gonna play it.
Oh, you want to talk about it now? Okay.
Yes.
So there's always a story behind everything I do. I don't just do stuff. So,
I know that's what I'm asking.
okay, when I started in the business, I was probably 60 to 70 pounds heavier. And every time people heard me sing, they would say, "Oh yeah, come to the radio station, blah blah blah." When I were to walk in, their faces would change because I was chubby, And this is something that happens a lot in the industry. Some genres are more lenient when it comes to image. Some are more picky. I mean, you're talking like if you
Yeah.
go to a hip hop, it's a different vibe with the way women should look, right?
Right.
Well, it would make me angry because I was like, I can sing. Like, what does this got to do with it? It's what's inside my soul. You know what I mean? And so I had a
Yeah.
problem with it. I had a problem with it. I decided that I was going to write a song called Mujeres Sexys. And I was going to do my own distribution and I was going to send it. And what I did was I put a map on the wall and I had pins. And every time they would play the song, I would put a pin so I could see how many radio stations. Before you do it, I had 800 pins because I just called and called and called. And let me tell you what I did. I took the CD with the song and I wrapped it in foil and I sent it in foil with a sticker that said, "This is hot. Be careful." That was what I put on that CD. So they wanted to open it because they were like, "What do you mean it's hot?" Well, it wasn't.
It's
So
hard.
it was like a little marketing thing I came up with.
Huh?
And people didn't throw it away because most of the time these record labels or these radios are like, another CD. Back in the day it was always CDs. So I would go, "Hola, si recibiste el CD, estaba en folio." "Oh yeah, sí lo recibimos." They knew exactly which one I was talking about. And I got it to be played. And what it was just like almost like an anthem, almost like throwing it back at them like, I feel sexy. I feel pretty. I don't have to be tiny. I feel good about what I'm doing. I'm a good singer. Pay attention. But it wound up being so comical because of some of the lyrics I wrote. There's some lyrics in there that are really funny. So it hit. you know how I know it hit? Because I got a phone call from Univision and Telemundo, and Univision, Gordo y la Flaca, Despierta América, flew me to Miami, and I was on their show. That's how I know
Wow,
it
that's
hit. I did it in cumbia, then I did it in banda. They wanted the banda version because that's what was in style. But I got to meet the producers. I got to meet all these people in Miami, and it was a great experience. And every time I performed, they wanted that song. Now I got gigs, I got sales. That's probably one of the ones I've sold the most is that song.
That's amazing.
let's hear it.
Yes. It's a good song. You'll like it. Hold on. Here we go, guys.
Hi,
Hi, Veronica. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Just here, trying to see what to wear. Yeah, I want to go out, but I don't know. Sometimes I just feel insecure on certain clothes because you know how it can be sometimes.
All women are pretty, all women are sexy in their own way.
I agree with you 100% on that.
A las 8, 9, 10, escúchenme mujeres, X1 doble X3. Un señor me dijo que las gorditas no deben bailar, que solo las flaquitas se miran sexy en la popularidad. Y me han dicho, ay, qué bonita te puedes ver, si solo un poquito la dietita puedes obtener. Y como en Blancanieves, al espejo le pregunto, dime mi espejito lindo, no seas malito. Y me miro por aquí y me miro por allá, dime si me veo sexy y me muevo por aquí y me muevo por allá, dime si soy sexy igual. Y me dice baila, 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 flaquita o gordita, baila, baila, alta, chaparrita, baila, baila, las mujeres son sexy igual. Y cuando me dicen tus pantalones se te van a romper, yo les contesto, en el swap meet me compro 3. Y si me dicen esa tortilla no te vayas a comer, yo les digo que hasta chilito y quesito le voy a poner. Y como en Blancanieves, al espejo le pregunto, dime mi espejito lindo, no seas malito. Y me miro por aquí y me miro por allá, dime si me veo sexy y me muevo por aquí y me muevo por allá, dime si soy sexy igual. Y me miro por aquí y me miro por allá, me miro tanto que me vuelvo loca y me muevo por aquí y me muevo por allá, las mujeres son sexy igual. Y me miro por aquí y me miro por allá, dime si me veo sexy y me muevo por aquí y me muevo por allá, dime si soy sexy igual. Y me miro por aquí y me miro por allá, me miro tanto que me vuelvo loca y me muevo por aquí y me muevo por allá, las mujeres son sexy igual. Esto así se baila, arriba las mujeres, un grito, mis reinas, mujeres sexys.
So good. So good. That's so cute.
That's like the third version because I did it in 2005 and I did a video. And then I did it again in banda and I did a video. So this is the third video because when I went to Texas, I redid the whole thing all over again and used people from Texas. I was so like, happy that so many people were supporting. I'm like, you guys could be in the video. So you see Mel in there, you see Vicky V in there, you see a
Yeah.
lot of people
Yeah.
that you recognize
Yeah.
because I want, and I'll probably keep doing another version and another version and another version.
No, it's really cute.
Thank
It's
you.
really cute.
Thank you.
And a great performance too, because I got to experience. I witnessed seeing her perform last week, and I do have to say it was quite
Thank
fun.
you.
It really was, especially when you raffled off
That's the hat.
your purple cowboy
That's the
hat.
hat.
That was that. Yes, that is a hat in the video. So yay! Kudos to my friend for winning it. We were
What's her
there.
name? What was her name again?
Her name was Jordan.
Okay, yeah. Hello, Jordan.
Yes, Jordan.
If you see this, I'm so happy. My hat is in good hands, I'm sure. So anytime I perform, yeah, every time I perform, you got to come wear it so that way I can see it.
No,
I would definitely let her know too. I'm sure she's watching in somewhere.
I love
Oh,
it.
nice.
So we normally play a game of this or that. So we're going to play a game of this or that. So Miss Almisa is going to give you the rules.
Uh-oh.
It's just one. You can't pick 50-50, half and half. It's one or the
Okay.
other. Yeah.
Well, that's good.
It's one.
That's
Just one.
good. That's my personality. I'm either one or the other. I'm never in the middle.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay. So accordion or baja sexto, which one hit your soul first?
Accordion.
Awesome. George Strait Country or Ramon Ayala Accordion Classic, which one sets the mood?
Ramon Ayala.
Nice. If you could bring back one Larry Tejano concert for one night only, would it be Selena at the Houston Astrodome or Emilio in his prime?
Selena. Definitely.
Nice. Good. Yay. If you can only listen to one artist's catalog for the next year, who would it be? Selena, Emilio, Bobby, Jay, Little Joe, or La Mafia?
I think I'm going to have to say Jay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was
Marcos wasn't an option.
I know. I was waiting for Marcos. I was like, okay, come on. I'm like, darn. It wasn't Marcos.
I knew it was gonna be Marcos. I'm not gonna add Marcos.
But I do like Intocable too. I like Intocable too. So
Nice.
It's good.
yeah.
It's good.
Yes.
Okay, accordion or horn section?
Still accordion.
Okay. If you had one dance floor anthem, would it be Mas or Signo?
Probably Signal. I like Signal.
Okay. Texas barbecue plate or classic fideo or tortillas? What's feeding?
Wait, you cut out. Say that one again.
Okay. Texas barbecue plate or classic fideo or tortillas? What's feeding the studio session?
Are they homemade tortillas?
Or
Somebody else has that too, of course.
Probably fideo with tortillas.
okay, awesome.
It's a
No, I
Lighter,
didn't add
lighter.
homemade tortillas. I did add homemade tortilla.
Yeah,
Okay.
homemade would be good.
Okay. Country steel guitar. Distortion music more often.
You cut out again. Say it one more time.
broke up again, Mom.
Oh,
You sound like
you cut out. So one more time.
Okay. Country steel guitar cry or rock distortion sound sneaks into your music more often.
The first one.
country.
Country.
Got it.
Country or rock? She's not country.
Country, yeah.
Arena concert energy or backyard pachanga vibes? Where do you shine brightest?
Arena.
Oh,
Huh.
okay. Good.
Different,
Cowboy
yeah.
hat. I already know this answer. I'm going to ask anyway. Cowboy hat or flat brim Tejano cap? What's the signature look?
Cowboy hat or what did you say? The straight one?
Cap. Yeah, the cap. Mhm.
Hat. Oh no, cowboy hat. No.
Yeah. I already know the answer. I already know. Okay, last but not least, cumbia groove or ranchera power. Which rhythm feels like more like home.
Ooh, that's hard. You mean like Tejano ranchera? Is that what you're saying? Or
Yeah,
regular cumbia?
yeah. Hmm.
That one's gonna be hard.
Gotta pick one, babe. Gotta pick one. One way or
This
one.
one. This one.
Maybe the Tejano rancheras. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Not a lot of
Nice.
people pick ranchera. They always pick the cumbia.
No, I love it. I love those songs. Yeah.
I love it. One nice. Good game. Good game.
So what's going on for you in the near future? In the near future. In the near future. What do you want
That's
your
a new
fans to
word.
know?
Future.
In the
I think I'm
future.
gonna get a shirt that says "What's happening in your future." No, I'm just
In
kidding.
the future.
I like that word. What's happening? The Honey Dance is July 9th here in Las
Mm-hmm.
Vegas. We are going to be
Mm-hmm.
inaugurating our very first venue that's going to allow me to bring Tejano once a month. Yay, in Las Vegas. So I
Wow, that's
appreciate that.
awesome.
We're going to be unveiling the proclamation that I received from the mayor saying that my honey dances are cultural events in Vegas, bringing Tejano to the Las Vegas scene now and conjunto to the Vegas
Yes.
scene. So we have the blessing of the mayor, and
Heck
we will
yeah.
be cutting the ribbon. We are going to have myself, Conjunto Diferencia, Potente, Anthony Quintanilla, a little boy from Tucson, 12 years old, is going to be highlighted that night learning, he plays accordion. And also Santiago Garza y La Naturaleza. He's my headliner.
Yes.
We have DJ Sip,
Yes.
DJ Ray, TikTok Sensation DJs. They will be there as well. Now, no one knows this, but you guys are going to know on your podcast. We have now a place that will be hosting the after party. Now that's going to be the
Oh,
next
good.
day. And the after party will be a jam session, inviting musicians from Las Vegas, Nevada, to combine with these musicians that are in town that came for my honey dance to jam
Mm-hmm.
together. And it's inside the Waterburger area on the strip. We have a
Oh,
Waterburger
nice.
on the strip now, and they have a venue where they have events. They serve Waterburgers for weddings, believe it or not.
Heck yeah.
So we will be highlighting that. And one more thing, the Honey Dance logo will be on the marquee outside on the strip.
Wow.
Wow. Congratulations. That is
I know, I
phenomenal.
can't
Yes,
believe it. I'm so excited. So
that is.
all this has been accomplished within 1 year of the last one that I did. It took a year to get this going. I am so grateful. Also, we're gonna have Boogeyman from Kakukuka as our honorary MC from Houston. He's the one that started that radio station. He's been a Tejano legend and been in the business for a lot of years. He moved to Vegas with the dream of bringing Tejano here and just was not able to get it off the ground as much as he wanted to alone. But we have joined forces now. So he will be my honorary MC. He will be unveiling the proclamation that night.
Nice.
Nice. What an honor for
Yes,
him.
very excited. So a
Yeah.
lot is going on with that here. Over there, we're ready for bookings. Veronica La Consentida and the Texas Legends. If there's anyone, please contact Laura from Tejano Live Radio, or anybody that knows me. Get a hold of me. But Laura is the one setting up the dates and the times and everything. So she's like the person that you go to for that in Texas. I want to say thank you to Laura. I want to say thank you to everybody in Texas that has supported me. And even thank you to the ones that don't. It's okay.
More
I
love
know
to
I keep
you.
it on people's nerves, so I'm fine with it. But thank you so much to everybody. Thank you to you guys. I mean, these kind of moments, they're
Absolutely.
memories, they're parts of the journey, they're steps on the path, and I appreciate interviews. I appreciate everyone that gives me a little something of promotion, a little so it means a lot to me, because I'm just trying to do this, and it's hard. It's a lot of work, and it's a lot of sacrifice, a lot of investment, a lot. So everybody means a lot to me because it's part of the plan. Thank you so much to both of you.
Amen to
No,
that. Yes.
absolutely. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us. And we thoroughly enjoyed having you. And we wish you nothing but success. And we are so proud of what you're doing over there in Las Vegas. And we know that it's just the sky's the limit for you from here on out. And um, we will definitely talk about Tony going over there and doing some stuff with you because he's already there. And but yeah, we'll talk, and I'm just so elated and proud of you. And me and Almesa are just so um, again so happy to had you on here. And if we can think of anything, or if we hear of anything, we will definitely get a hold of Laura and see if we can get you shows or anything at anything like at fanfare or anything. If we hear of anything, and we'll definitely get a hold of Laura for sure.
Thank you so much. And again,
Most definitely, yes. And your music, what platforms can we find it on?
everywhere. I'm everywhere. I'm even where I shouldn't be. No, I'm just kidding. I'm everywhere. I'm just kidding. I'm everywhere. I'm on all my social medias are Veronica La Consentida. You know, TikTok, Instagram, my Facebooks. But my music is everywhere. The thing is, people are like, "Well, how come I don't see your other albums?" It's because I did something funny. When I started in the business, it was Veronica Lopez. Okay, that was my name then. Then I wound up. I'm not with a Lopez person anymore, so I decided, okay, Veronica, I kept Veronica Lopez because people knew me from that name. But then I got married, so I have an extra name now. So I decided I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to use Veronica La Consentida.
She froze.
Veronica.
Where'd you go?
Love is Veronica La Consentida out there. But
Okay, there you go. There you go.
I just have like all these different names. You know what I mean? But I'm out there. As long as you put it in there, you can put me in AI, and then they'll tell you she had this name, she had this name, she had this name.
But we promise she's still the same person.
It's the same person.
As long as we can find your music, that's all that matters.
So just look for me everywhere, and I'm there. And I mean, everything helps. Every little bit helps. You know, the merch that I sell, just everything. My website is veronicalaconsentida.com. And if you are interested in joining us for the Honey Dance, it's www.honeydances.com. And that's where you can get the tickets and you can know what's happening. We're getting so close. You want to do the jam session? That's going to be open to the public. Bring your instrument and come jam with us. So
You never know who might show
Yeah,
up.
I hope,
exactly.
I hope a lot of people come.
We got a lot of artists in town that
I know.
we can.
Right, that'll be amazing. Well, we
Yes.
wish you nothing but the best. We'll keep in contact for sure. And yeah, thank you again so much for joining us. And we wish you nothing but the best, Mama. You
Thank
have a
you.
wonderful,
Thank you
wonderful
so
evening.
much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Blessings. Good
Blessings to
night.
you. Good night. Thank you.
Good night. Of course. Bye.
She's so amazing. I love her. She is.
She brings that energy to the floor. Like I mentioned, we were there seeing her last week because I was like, I know we're gonna go interview. Let me check her
Yeah.
out. And it was so amazing when my friend won her hat
Yeah.
too. It was just so thoughtful. You know, it's something different. Nobody's really done. So
Yeah. She was really good. Yeah.
Yep.
I loved it. I loved it. Well, you guys, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to join us. And we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. We love you guys. Thank you to Alcantar Music for being our sponsor. If you would like to be a sponsor, make sure you contact me or Miss Almisa. If you would like to support our stream, hit that QR code right there. And if you would like to donate to my GoFundMe, go on my page or go to Almisa's page and you can get the story on there. We love you so much, and we will see you tomorrow.
All right. Good night. Blessings.